It's like getting into a car. When you buy a property, you need to have a destination. You need to put it in the GPS, which is the fastest way to get to my goal, my objective. So very important to have a consultation with a real estate professional and have a consultation. Number one is find out where you want to go with this property. Is it for you to live in? Or is it purely for capital appreciation and investment? So very important to know this. And as a real estate professional, we also need to know our client. So we need the form called KYC. Know your client. So very important. We need to know your details. And, as a trusted advisor, this is a very important before we can move forward to the next step. The next step is pre-qualification. In both places, either Vancouver or Dubai, you must be pre-qualified because actually buying real estate is a big purchase, right? In Dubai, if you're investing in a condo, minimum for pre-sale right now is almost 1 million dirham. It's about 300,000 Canadian. So this is a large amount of money, starting from. So therefore, you must, have that money prepared for your investment. If you don't have the money, then it's like you want to go somewhere, but you don't have a car. So it's like this. You must pre-qualify, have the finances. Often, some people, when they invest in a second property, they're getting equity release from the original property. So this one we can talk about. That is why we need to have a consultation Zoom meeting. So pre-qualify, financing and money must be ready. That's step 2. When you have the money, then we can know how we can maximize this amount of money to get you the highest capital appreciation and the highest return on your investment. So that's why very important, these 2 steps. Before we go to step 3, many people, they jump into step 3. Oh, I want to see this, I want to see that. But actually, they don't know where they're going and they don't have the money to, to plan the investment or the place they live. So don't skip 1 or 2. Make sure you do step 1, step 2, and then we can go shopping, right? Who doesn't love shopping? We love shopping. We love viewing. But the last thing you want to do is shopping for something you cannot buy, right? Very important that you are looking at the properties that you are qualified to buy, right? So sometimes you go look at the beautiful things and then, oops, I don't have money. So then it's disappointing and waste of time. Right? So make sure we do these 2 steps very clearly. Then we can go to step 3, shopping. Everybody loves shopping. In Dubai, so many developers, right? So over, I think like 100 developers, either big, huge developer, master community developers, or like boutique professional, well-rounded international developer, 2 kinds. So we must also, during the consultation, filter out the developers for you. Otherwise, it's hundreds and hundreds of projects. It's hard to keep up and hard to know which one fit your investment goal. Same thing in Vancouver. If you're thinking of investing, is this for you as your first home? Right? We need to know your objective. And also, once we know your objective, then we can filter out all the developers. Sometimes some developers have, better reputation or they finish on time and the quality of finish. So we need to know all this. So step 1 and 2 is very important. So now we filter out what you're looking for, then we can go shopping. And once we've found a unit that you like, that meet your investment objective or you're buying as a secondary holiday home objective, then, we need to have money right away. In Dubai, it's very quick because when a property is hot and people know they can make money, then everybody go with expression of interest, even before the pre-launch, because Dubai is a very robust economy. And we already discussed last time, Dubai economic agenda, right? So many millionaires are coming here because of the safety, the prosperity, and the opportunity. So therefore, sometimes a project, they just launch it while fighting even. Some developer have fights outside because people want the token and priority to get the best unit. So that's why it's very important to have step 1, step 2, be ready, and then we can, help you get the best investment, right? So deposit is very important. In Dubai, if a property is 1 million, if it's a hot project, they said upon booking, you need to have 20%, meaning you need to have 200,000 dirham. And how much is that? About like 70,000 Canadian. Some people can swipe the credit card, then you can get the unit. If you don't have your credit card, you don't have your money, you see the opportunity a few hours later is gone. So that's why it's very important to have step 1 and step 2 be ready. right? So very different, something about investment in Dubai and Canada during pre-sale. In Vancouver, how does it work? We only have to pay 5% if we like something. Then another 5% in 6 months, another 5% 6 months, another 5% 6 months. So the total investment actually only 20% until the project finish. Right? So what happened? Because you only need to pay the small amount. For this so-called, actually, it's called speculating into the future. I'm betting that it will go up, right? Or I'm investing to live it. So what happened recently in some project, they went below the 20%. They went below the 20%. So actually a lot of people are stuck. They're losing all the deposit because the market did not go up as they think it would, especially in a lot of high-end luxury in Vancouver. So a lot of people lose this because if you only have this much money down payment, market can fluctuate and you can sometimes even lose because the construction takes 3 to 4 years, right? So during this 4 year, there's a cycle, they maybe policy change, mortgage rate change, and then some people are losing money in the construction. Of course, during the time when the interest was low, economy was good, some people making double their initial investment. So this one actually in Vancouver is highly speculative and highly volatile. So very different. So be very careful when we're doing pre-sale in Vancouver. If you're confident that the market will go up, maybe government change, interest rate change and policy change, then this is a good way to speculate and make money. But also one thing very important, when you speculate and you make a profit in Vancouver, there is something called speculation tax and capital gains tax, right? Up to 66%. So be very careful when investing in any municipality or country. Even US have something called withholding tax. We recently experienced that and we talked about that. And I really don't like investing in US because the withholding tax. It's like a maze for alien investors or Canadian like myself. So therefore, when you invest in Vancouver or Canada, make sure you know your objective and you also do the proper calculation because what you get net in your pocket, that is what counts, right? So very different from Dubai. When we look at the payment plan here, you look at Dubai. As soon as you like something, you have to swipe your credit card and have 20% ready, right? Also, there's something called 4% DLD. 4% DLD. This one go to the Dubai Land Department. If you want a golden visa, the minimum purchase is 2 million dirham, about 750 Canadian and about 550 USD. So if you want to get your golden visa, we'll talk about that in another episode. We already talked about the golden visa. Why so many people flocking here to get the golden visa, the 10-year resident permit. Okay. So when you like something, what do you have to do? Be ready, have 20%, right? Swipe your credit card plus 4%. Right? This is 24%. So why do you have to pay the DLD? Because now you get something called an OCUD. OCUD is called a pre-title deed. In Vancouver, you don't get anything until you pay the property transfer tax. It's end loaded. So at the end, when you transfer the title, you pay the property transfer tax. But in Dubai, you pay it upfront. It's front loaded in most projects. But sometimes some projects have promotion and you might have like waiver. During the pandemic, there was waiver in some project, but now no more waiver because market very hot. Everybody wants to get golden visa. Everybody wants safety, opportunity, prosperity, and therefore they're here and fighting to get the project. So there is a trajectory for it to go up. And also compared to two, there's less speculation. You know why? Because so much money invested. So in Dubai, typically a project, how it works is you pay 20% on booking and then you pay another 20% usually after 6 months or the following year. And then you pay another 20% the following year. So during construction, every year approximately, you are paying 20%. So if a project is 3 years under construction, then you may be paying 60% during construction. And then pay the 80, some project like big developer, you may even pay 80%. Some, very hot, even 90%, right? So you must have the money ready and you must have the capacity to commit to this payment plan or investment plan. So if you're not ready, then please continue watch our next episode. We have options for you. So anyhow, why is this not a bubble? Because there's so much investment into the future already. right? There's so many Fortune 500 companies. The world's biggest companies are coming to Dubai. When they come to Dubai, their employees come. Everybody like the prosperity, safety. Then they will invest in real estate because the Dubai Vision 2040 is to double the population, right? To make Dubai the world's #1 city to live in. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please book a consultation with us, and we love to help you and serve you to achieve your real estate investment goals. Cheers.